Welcome, everybody. It's Forest Park Saturday. We've got beautiful blue skies and white clouds. We've got Signature on our left. We've got Moneyline on our right. And this is it. This is a winner's bracket game. Signature with a bye. And Moneyline beating Iron Thursday night. We're supposed to play last night at 9:45, but we got some rain last night. If you guys want to give me a sound check quick for me and let me know everything sounds good, that would be wonderful. Donnie Rollins bringing you guys some play-by-play this afternoon between Signature and Moneyline. We're excited about this one. Two very high-powered teams going at it this afternoon. We got CJ on the mound, who just brought a baby into this earth. Congrats to CJ and Steph on that. Hopefully Steph's hanging in there and the kid's okay. We're going to have CJ on the mound, Matt Manizzi behind the plate, Joe Welgos at first, Mark Manizzi at second, Oscar Macias at short center. We've got Spencer Mahoney at short, and Brian Davis at third. Sounds good. There we go. Thank you, Peoria, Matt. Sonny. Good morning, Sonny. Unfortunately, Meatball City just went down to old timers on the previous stream. Umpire really working that plate dirt. Jimmy Papaya, good to see you on the stream. Thank you guys for coming out and watching, supporting the stream. 55th Annual No Glove Nationals, sponsored by Napleton River Oaks Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 17225 Torrance Avenue in Lansing, Illinois. RiverOaksCDJR.com. Thank you for the sponsor. And here we go. We're going to have Drew Chavaria to start things off for Moneyline. Center fielder for Moneyline, rocket number 22 on the baby blue with the white stripes. This is an exciting matchup. Moneyline hit the crap out of the ball on Thursday night, scored a ton of runs against Iron. Trust me, I was there and witnessed every single one of them. And CJ will look towards Drew. First pitch, a little deep. We've got Brad behind the plate. And CJ will look to get one. Drew in the air to center. Ty McCullough goes back, and it's over his head. Drew Chavaria will try to get to third for a leadoff triple. Ty came straight in on it, and it went right over his head, and Drew screams, "Let's go," to the bench for a leadoff triple. What a swing. Drew's been red hot in that leadoff spot for this Moneyline team. We're going to have Chavaria, then Chris Stout, who's going to play third. Jason Ganick, EH. Brian, the catcher, will bat fourth. Ryan Drehobel, who's playing first, will bat fifth. Matty Martin will play left and bat sixth. Andrew Beamer will play right and bat seventh. Kevin Nora to play second and bat eighth. Jeremy Doherty, the shortstop, bat ninth. Nick Drehobel, the short center, batting 10th. And Eric Mandarino will round out the lineup and pitch for this Moneyline team. CJ gets ahead. No balls and a strike. We've had the earlier games with a 1-1 count in those losers bracket. Chris Stout hits one up the middle. Good start for Moneyline. Drew with a triple and Chris Stout with a single, and we've got an early lead for this Moneyline team. The away team comes out and does exactly what they need to do and scores a run. Now we've got Jason Ganick. Big swinging three-hitter for this Moneyline team. Tons of pop to both gaps. We see Ricky Davis in left field and PJ Rains in right for Signature. CJ will try to get ahead of Jason a little bit. He'll get one across for a strike. Next pitch is a little high over to left field. Ricky's got a beat on it, and he makes the play. Tagging up is Chris Stout, and he'll get to second and slip on the base. Hold on a second. Do a little troubleshooting on that camera. We'll try to make sure it's working for you guys. Make sure we guys, it's a little hot out here today. This equipment does fry in the sun, so just bear with me for a little bit. We'll try to make sure everything's okay, but everything will be all right. Brian's going to try and flip one on the right field line for a foul ball. Brian Nowakowski, four-hitter, tons of pop to the gaps, but can also flip down that right field line. Dave Butterfield, good to see you, Butters. And we've got no balls and a strike on Nowakowski. And here we go. A couple fakes from CJ, and now the pitch. That's hit towards second base. Manizzi will have it go off the chest, and that's going to be an error. Chris Stout rounding hard. Tough play for Manizzi on that short hop going to his left. And an ideal start for Moneyline. They go to the 5-hitter, Ryan Drehobel. Ryan playing a nice first base for this Moneyline team now. He's usually playing a little bit of outfield, but outfield for Moneyline, you can't take Beamer out of the lineup the way he's been swinging. And CJ will try to get this team out of this this tough first inning with a run already across and 1 out off the plate for a ball. CJ steps back and fakes twice. Now he'll go to the plate. Ryan looks at it. It's right in there for a strike. Cody, Old Timers, beat Meatball City in 6, 12-2. 12-2, I believe. Old Timers victorious. That's in there for a strike as well. Ryan being picky at these pitches. Now CJ will go with 2 strikes. High pitch. That's hit over on the ground. Spencer goes off the hand. Brian Davis reached at it. Spencer will slide and throw it over to third, and Marco Macias there to back it up. Matt Manizzi will come way out and make a play, but a tough play in between Brian Davis and Spencer there. Spencer tried to just reach down and get a hand on it, but not quick. This is a tough play. I mean, Ryan hit that hard in that hole, and Brian had a lunge at it. And Mahoney, not sure if Brian was going to go for it or not, but Brian kind of stepped to his left, and it got past him. It's 2-0, 1 out. Matt Martin, the left fielder for Moneyline. Typically bats leadoff, but missed some time in the last month. So it dropped down a little bit, but has worked out as Drew Chaveria stepped up and played a really nice leadoff spot for this Moneyline team. It's going to be Matt Martin and Andrew Beam. 2 really good hitters. First pitch from CJ is in there for a strike, and Martin thought it was a little high. Circus in 38's finishing up over there. That's a high pitch, too. Martin on the ground over to Manizzi. Over to second for 1. Spencer will fake and now look at third, and Matty Martin on a good high pitch from CJ. I'm sure. Jimmy, good to see. I'm sure that CJ learned something there as he can get away with that sort of height. As a pitcher, you kind of test in this first inning how much you can get away with, right? It's well, I can touch the ceiling there and not be illegal. That hole up the middle is huge, and Andrew Beamer can hit that gap in left center. He can also go hard down that right field line. Nothing inside to Beamer as he will go and try to go big down that right field line. He's down in the count, though. Jack, I'll have to ask and see. Ooh, that's really high. We'll have to ask and see who won that Circus game. I believe Circus won. Circus won 8-1 down there in the opposite field. Thank you. Beamer swings, and that's down the right field line, just like we talked about, but way foul. Jack Doss. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Andrew Beamer. Right fielder. Homer on Thursday night off the kid. Took him deep down the right field line. Thank you guys for watching here. Forest Park, No Glove Nationals, 55th annual No Gloves. Twitch.tv/PDoFP, www.PDoFP.org, Facebook, PDoFP, you guessed it. More streams coming later. Is Robbie Grisano commenting from the bench? It's a really high pitch. Brad is letting CJ get away with that height. I don't know if he called it illegal. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Beam looks in, 2-2. Good pitch from CJ, a little short. Beam down the line, and that's in there for a hit. And Matty Martin's going to fly around the bases. Here's going to be sent. A double for Beam. A throw from Oscar Macias is way high. Or Marco Macias, and that's in for a triple. Marco Macias. Oscar is his brother who's sitting down the left field line, who I saw before the game. Here we go. This is a big inning for Moneyline, who's been playing some fantastic softball. Let me, is it blurry? Did you look on the stream? We may try swapping out the cameras here in between innings. Thank you guys very much for hanging in there. We want to make sure that we want to bring you the best product possible for our Forest Park stream. Here's Kevin Knorr. Signature manager is already getting nervous, Jimmy Papaya says. 4-0. Knorr on the ground over to Mahoney. Scoops and fires over to first. Welgos is there, and an ideal start. An ideal start for Moneyline as they gather a bunch of hits. And we'll now go into the bottom half of the first inning with a 4-0 lead. We're going to take a big pause here. We're going to get the cameras switched out just a little bit for you guys so we bring you the best product possible like we're talking about. But what a start for Moneyline. Now we're going to go to signature in the bottom half of the second here. You guys let us know if that camera looks okay on our end. We just swapped it out for you guys. Heading into the bottom of the second, Mark Manizzi will flip one down the left field line, and what an ideal start for the signature leadoff hitter. Please let us know in the comments if everything looks okay. We're watching it through a viewfinder here, and everything looks okay. So now we're going to have – oh, terrible. Still looks the same, it says. We've got Spencer Mahoney in a legal pitch to start to the big guy. Battling some conditions up here today. It's pretty hot out here. Put your hand in front of the camera. Does that mean it's not blurry? All right, Spencer Mahoney will now try and take a swing. Big 23, shortstop for signature. Big pop, both gaps, and runs as good as anybody. Mahoney down the first base line, and that's foul.
Let them know it's probably going to go in and out.
So now Spencer Mahoney, here we go. There we go, a little better. There we go. We're making progress. Mandarino will fake and go up Mahoney. 2 strikes. Mahoney in the left center area. Matty Martin charges, and he'll make the play. It's maybe a network issue. And Brian Davis, here we go. It's good to me. Maybe this have high standards, Adam.
We expect nothing but the best from the Park District of Forest Park.
Thinking this is CBS over here. Here we go. Brian Davis now with 1 out and a runner on first for signature. Davis, the 3-hitter for the signature team, playing third as well. You're going to have Chris Pakulis to follow, PJ Rains, Tyler McCullough, Eric Davis, Matt Manizzi, Joe Welgos, Marco Macias, and CJ will round things out. Thank you guys very much for the feedback. Brian Davis on the ground between third and short. Stout over to second and a bobble and a short throw. Dre Hobel couldn't bring it in, and we've got first and second and 1 out. Okay. Gotcha. There you go, Adam. Look at this. It says looks better, a lot better. We've got a big body here in Chris Pakulis. Good to see you. Noach in the chat. Thank you guys for the feedback in the chat. Appreciate it as always. We can't see it on our end, so we trust you guys to give us good feedback. Mandarino will get ahead with a strike, and Signature looks to claw back into this game. Down 4-0 in the bottom of the first. Good pitch from Mandarino. That's up the middle. This might be a double play. Over to second for 1. Over to first. It throws him off the bag. But Brian Davis sprawls out on the ground, and Pakulis will get the runner over to third and not a double play. Look at these guys. The feedback is wonderful. Thank you very much. PJ Rains, the right fielder for Signature, with the double wrist tape. Stands in the right-handed batter's box. 2 outs in the inning. Thank you, Adam. I'll text you with more problems. First pitch to Rains is in there for a strike, and Mandarino doing a nice job of getting ahead for this Moneyline team. The pitch is just spectacular. Fakes a lot, throws knuckleballs high and inside, fakes over to first. Rains swings and hits it back at Mandarino. It's off the hand. That might have been right in the paws of Jeremy Doherty, and Pakulis will round it and get to third. Big spot for big Tyler McCullough. Center fielder. Ty McCullough with the hair sagging from behind the hat. Runs as well as anybody does out here. Looks like a thoroughbred when he wins the races. Good to see everybody in the chat. Thank you very much for the positive comments. First pitch from Mandarino. McCullough hits it up the middle. Trey Hobo will grab and snag and throw it over to first. Doesn't matter. That's the third out. Ty McCullough down on one pitch, and Signature claws one back after a couple of hits and an error, but couldn't capitalize on a couple runners on base there. So Ty will go out to center, and we will head to the top half of the second. How about the cleats from Manizzi there? Matt Manizzi rocking the custom Jordan 1s with 5 on one foot and 7 on the other. Doesn't get much better than that. You know it's no gloves when somebody's rocking custom Jordans. Jeremy Doherty will start things off for Moneyline. Jeremy hit a home run in his previous game down the left field line. I didn't know he had that kind of pop. So it'll go Doherty, Nick Drehobel, Eric Mandarino. Then they'll go into the top of the order here. So it's 4-1, top of the second. 4-1, top of the second. As JD will stand in and CJ will face him. Beautiful day for softball. Thank you guys for joining us. It's wonderful out here. We had Circus beat the Dirty 38s earlier. We had Dynasty walk-off iron. Old Timers beat Meatball City, and the probably upset of the day was Sauce over Chucks. Sauce beat Chucks. Jeremy Doherty swings at the first, and that's high off the trees and going to be down before out of play. 4-1, top of the second. Food's good, Kevin. You get 6 tacos for $3, right? Is that what the deal is? You can't beat that. Yeah, that's it. 3 tacos for $6. 6 tacos for $3 would be an even bigger deal. I would eat 100 tacos. But 3 tacos for $6 doesn't get better than that. Doherty tried the right field line again. Will he go for it a third time? So JD looks up at the booth and shakes his head. He tried to hit that right field line twice. I like to see Jeremy confident with that bat as he plays defense extremely well. Shortstop for these guys, and if he can come through with the bat a couple times, it's even better for these guys. So now we'll see Jeremy probably muscle up and try to hit something straight away center, not to hit a foul ball. Very high pitch from CJ, called illegal from Brad right away. Try to hit something in play here, JD. That's all you got to do. CJ fakes a couple times. Short pitch. Now it's hit to right field. PJ will come on in and make the play. So JD tried to flip that line twice and missed it a few times, and then eventually flew out to right. And now it'll be Nick Drehobel, not a top 5 short center in softball. It's a fantastic human, though, I'll tell you that. Good watcher of the stream and a good guy. See if Drehobel can swing it. That's right at Brian Davis in the pause. Hit it hard, just right at him. It's a good swing. We've got Eric Mandarino with 2 outs in the inning. Eric pitches a great game out here. You know it's underhand, but Eric, one of the best at delivering it. So you're going to see Ricky Davis come on in. Ty McCullough will take a couple steps in. PJ will come on in as Mandarino is going to try and beat you with small ball here, but it's tough to cut over the head of Spencer Mahoney and right at the ground of Brian Davis. Over to first. Well goes, stretches and makes the play. Good 1-2-3 inning for Signature. And when you're chasing, that's what you want to do. You want to go 1-2-3. Positive for Moneyline, however, in the top of the next inning, you'll have the start of that lineup coming up who delivered 4 runs in the top of the first. We're going to see Ricky Davis. We're going to see Matt Manizzi, Joe Welgos, Marco Macias, and CJ Nye up in the bottom of the second here. For Signature, you got to have this bottom of the lineup spin it around and get it to the top. So Ricky Davis will start. There's a Phil Chavaria sighting. Never good when Phil steps across the diamond. So Ricky, who's a picky hitter. Right, he only swings at pitches he likes. He could try to flip that right field line. I'm curious to see where they put Dre Hobel up the middle. They moved him to the left side, and they brought Beamer off that right field line. Rick, you could see him looking at that line as he takes that pitch. Circus did beat the Dirty 38s. Butters, bottom of the second, 4-1 here for Signature and Moneyline. Ricky Davis now up the middle. Right at him, had him played perfect. Dre Hobel over to first to Dre Hobel for the first out. Now we've got Matt Manizzi, the catcher. Manizzi rocks the Jordan 1 custom cleats. Those are cool. I'd like for them to sign those and put them in the museum somewhere. That's hitting to right center and high. Beamer goes over, and he'll make the play for the second out. So 1 pitch and a fly out. 3 pitches so far for Mandarino. We've got 2 outs, and now Joe Welgos will step into the left-handed batter's box. Joe, the first baseman for Signature.
Number 25, Joe Welgos.
See if Joe's a little picky. First pitch, didn't even think about it. That's in there for a strike. Mandarino still doing a great job of getting ahead. It is 4-1 Moneyline in the bottom of the second. Welgo swings and hits it on the ground over to Kevin Knorr. Staying down, a little bobble. He's not going to be able to get him. He's beat it. So Knorr with an error, which could cause some drama here as we've got Marco Macias. Marco could go big in the gap. He can also cut it in front of the left fielder, Martin. So we'll see where they play Marco. As Patty Caputo has a quick meeting of the minds before Marco dusts off the batter's box. We may have a pinch hitter for CJ in the bottom of the second here. First pitch is illegal. Mandarino didn't like that. Macias, that's in there for a strike. Here's the pitch, and that's outside for a ball. Yeah, I can, Jimmy. I'm just not as tech savvy as Adam is, but I'll figure it out. The pitch, Marco hits it in the air to left center. Chaveria going back. He'll make the play, and that's the third out of the inning. And another 0 for Signature, as Robbie Grisano had the batting gloves on, but he'll have to wait. Robbie was commenting from the bench in this game. Let me get that scoreboard up for you guys. It is top 3. It is 1, 4. Save. There we go. How's that, huh? I'm getting it.
Top to start.
There we go. So it's Signature 1, Moneyline 4. And we've got the top of the lineup here. And Drew Chaveria will start things off in the top half of the third. Johnny Denton, good to see you in the stream. Thank you for watching, my friend. A little cloudy out here, John. That ball's in the gap, too. Chaveria's going to have extra bases. The kid is swinging the bat. And Chaveria's going to leg it to third. He's going to get down head first, and he's in there with another triple. Drew Chaveria with 2 triples to start this Moneyline offense. That was a good swing from Drew on the first pitch. Now, Drew is developing into a really good player for this Moneyline team. Was kind of bashed defensively and offensively. He was coming up and has turned things around and has started swinging that thing, and he runs as good as anybody does. And speaking of running, how about Chris Stout will bat second now for Moneyline, and that's outside for a ball. No outs. Manny, good to see you. That's in there for a strike. There you go. They're going to give you your own booth on Diamond, too. But those are not the fun games. That's really high. Called illegal. It's got to be between 6 feet and 12 feet. CJ didn't like that it was illegal. Stout hits one towards left center, just trying to get that runner in way over the head of Ricky Davis, and he makes the play. Stout hit that low, and that ball just carried way out to deep left field. Oh. So it's 5-1 now. Top three. Signature looking to kind of limit this Moneyline team. They have been swinging the bats. CJ with a couple fakes, fills that hole nicely after the pitch, and he is just inside for a ball. Coming from that side, you've got to catch two parts of that plate. Illegal. Now he's down 2 balls, and CJ didn't like that it was called illegal. Now he'll just lay one in there and try to get a strike, and he will. Papaya wants a pitching change. That's hit towards right field. PJ Raines ranges over to his left, and he'll make the play for out number 2. So we had a sac fly for an out and then a fly ball to right. Now we've got Big Brian, the catcher. Brian Nowakowski. Or Nowakowski. Sun creeps through the clouds. We've got a little bit of sun on the infield here in Forest Park on a beautiful day. Yesterday was a scorcher, but was ruined with some rain. Nowakowski right on the ground over to Spencer on the short hop over to first. Welgos will cover the bag, and that's the end of the inning. 1 run across for Moneyline on the leadoff triple from Drew Chaveria. And now we will go to the bottom of the third in just a sec. Highway up 1-0, bottom of the first one. The other field, we've got High Y. Who is High Y playing down there? Butters, who is High Y got down there? Actually, I can just look. It's next to me, isn't it? OBI down there. Thank you, Brian. Brian, what a win, huh? This guy was juiced. Brian was juiced earlier. I'm very happy for the kid. OBI and High Y on the other field. And we've got Robbie Grisano pinch hitting for CJ. He'll look at the first one off the plate. The real true 41 on Twitch, if you guys see this guy commenting. So Grisano now stands in for CJ. That's in there for a strike. Robbie wanted me to mention he had 5 strikeouts in our Genera Park game earlier this week. Not him striking out, but as a pitcher. That's on the ground over to Dre Hobel. He bobbles. Doherty will charge and throw to first. He's got him. Nice play from Jeremy Doherty. What a play from JD coming across the middle of that infield and picking up his short center, Dre Hobel. Jimmy, I don't know if anybody wears 41. He's the real true 41, though. And that was a ground out up the middle. So now we're going to get it back to the top of the lineup here for Mark Manizzi. Manizzi on the left field line, trying to go to that line. You can remember his first swing of the day was down that left field line for a single, and now he was trying that again. We thank you guys very much again for watching our stream. Prime, good to see you checking in on the chat. Bottom of the third, Signature trails 5-1. Here's the pitch to Manizzi. He's going to go left field with that inside pitch, and Stout put a hand on it, but that is in between. It's a tough play. So that's in between Jeremy at short and Chris Stout at third, but it's kind of like a pick 'em. Who's going to go and get it? Who's got a better angle to get that ball, right? I would rather see Chris Stout come across the body and throw in a left-handed hitter that runs pretty well in Manizzi. But JD to scoop and then throw across his body may not have enough time to make that play. So it's probably on Stout to come across and get it. We'll see Spencer Mahoney now, one of the most dangerous guys out here, will swing with an out in the inning and a runner on first. Spencer could bring this game closer. That's in there for a strike and a flat one. Spencer liked it, but didn't want to swing at something early in the count. They've got the outfield really deep for Spencer. Anything in a gap is a double. Down the right field line. Oh, it's snagged by Dre Hobel. Nice play from Ryan Dre Hobel. On the hop, got stuck in the hands of Dre Hobel, and he'll go back to first, and a good put out. So Spencer pulls one down the line and does move the runner over, and now we've got Brian Davis. Chew, good to see you, my friend. Thank you very much for commenting on the stream. Tello Jack, score the highway. I just heard it was 1-0 down there, high Y against OBI. Now we've got Brian Davis. He's behind in the count. Ball and no balls and a strike. Good fake and a fake towards the bag. Now Davis swings. That's up the middle. Mandarino makes the play and a huge momentum boost for Moneyline. You can hear Mandarino screaming, "Come on, let's go," as he goes back towards the dugout. And this Moneyline team looks fantastic. Saw them Thursday night, put on a hit parade, and now they're coming out swinging. We're going to go into the top of the fourth in just a moment. (5-1) top four. Moneyline will look to add some runs to their lead. Nothing changing so far for Signature defensively, but Moneyline can put a change to that this inning if they were to tack on a couple runs. You think about maybe throwing a new pitcher, changing something up. You got to give these guys a different look. Ryan Drehobel will start it for Moneyline. First baseman made a nice play in the last inning to help this team get out of an inning. That's inside for a strike and a good pitch from CJ to cover that corner. Really good spot. Drehobel forced to swing at one. That's down the right field line. Drehobel will now round first. He'll get to second. He's looking at the third base coach, and he will be held at second with a double. That pitch was way outside, so you can see CJ worked the inside there on that pitch and then threw one high and outside to Drehobel, who went and got it and hit it down the line. It's a good swing. It's in the left-handed batter's box when he hit that. It's a really good swing. Matty Martin now with a runner on second. You've got to score him if you're Moneyline, especially up a couple runs. Really high pitch from CJ. Brad didn't like the height, called it illegal. CJ asked Brad if that's really high too. Called it illegal as well. 2 straight. These are higher than the last one. It's tough. And as a pitcher, you try to find that ceiling early in the game, and it seems like things changed. Martin in the air on the infield. That's the worst swing I've seen Matty Martin take in a long time. Is usually just an elite hitter and runs the bases well. But for Matty to be sent down like that, he'll be disappointed, but he'll get another shot in this game, 100%. Ram, good to see you. Matty Martin will get another opportunity. He's got to bounce back a little bit better than that. He absolutely will. But Matty's been red hot with the bat, it seems like, all season. And now we've got Andrew Beam. You're thinking you've got to pull this ball now, and he will into right field. That's down in front of PJ Raines. And Ryan Drehobel will cruise on in. And a one-out single from Andrew Beamer, and that brings in Drehobel, and now Moneyline leads 6-1. (6-1) top four in favor of Moneyline. Kevin Knorr will stand in. First pitch swinging down the left field line and deep. Ricky Davis will charge, and he's not going to get there. It's a foul ball. Ram getting some recognition for the head coaching position over at Tito's 45s, who put a beat down on a Hall of Fame last night. Quick one right before the rain started. We didn't get these 9:45 games in. This is a kind of a continuation from last night. This game was supposed to happen at 9:45 last night. Instead, they get a morning game because of the rain. And the 8:30 games were canceled in the first inning for Meatball City and didn't even start from the other field. That's flipped toward the right field line. Manizzi charges. That's a nice sliding play down right field line. Really nice play from Mark Manizzi. Sliding to his left in foul territory and snags. And we've got 2 outs in the inning. Andrew Beam on first, and Jeremy Doherty will stand in. Matt Manizzi doing a nice job of pausing CJ before he gets too angsty and goes towards the plate. Brian over the doors of the dugout. He'll drop it off the fence. So JD now will get another chance at another swing. Brian was going over towards the fence, and it was really close to those chain links over there. You could see everybody in the signature dugout getting out of the way for Brian, but couldn't bring it in. Tough play up against that fence. No look pitch from CJ. That's on the ground over to second base. Manizzi will go over to first, and that's the third out. CJ with a no-look pitch to home against Doherty. And we'll change the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. 6-1 lead for this Moneyline team. Signature looking to get back in this thing. All right, here we go. We are back in the bottom of the fourth. We'll start with Chris Pakulis. Kathy, we'll have to get a score update on the other field, but last I heard, Highway was up 1-0 down there. Bottom four, 6-1, Moneyline leads. Chris Pakulis will start it for Signature. Mandarino with a knuckleball. That's hit hard to right field. Beamer is there, and he'll make the play. Pakulis got a barrel on it, but not where he probably intended on hitting that. He was probably trying to go down the line. PJ's got a good right field line ball as well. He can go right center with some pop and go down that right field line. Just got to get somebody on base here for Signature and just chip away at this lead. It's getting hotter out here. The sun is starting to beat down. The equipment getting a little hot. So if things come in and out, you got to bear with us as we are battling some elements. PJ rains down the left field line in hard. Matty Martin will range over to his right, and he'll make the play. So Rain's kind of going off script there. I know him as to go right center with some pop, right field line with some power, and decided to just pull one hard, and now we've got Ty McCullough. High Y and OBI 1-1 in the bottom of the second, Kathy Doss. High Y, OBI tied in the bottom of the second. And I see a couple hits over on that side of the diamond, as they're both wearing the same color shirt. OBI with the light blue, High Y with the light blue. Ty McCullough will bat now. Mandarino to the plate. McCullough on the ground. Mandarino's there, and that's the third out of the inning. Mandarino down. Quick inning for Signature and a 0. Pakulis fly out. Rains with a fly out, and Ty McCullough with a grounder to the pitcher. And Moneyline has some momentum as we head into the top of the fifth inning. Donnie's the best broadcaster in softball history. Thank you, Joey D. Joey D, big sauce win today. Big sauce win for the kid, huh? Have a day, Joey D. All right, let's switch this. We're going to the top of the fifth, huh? Top five, 6-1 lead for Moneyline. And we're going to start with Nicky Drehobel. So Drehobel in his previous at-bat with a ground out or a line out right at Brian Davis. Swung at the first pitch this time, definitely being a little bit more picky as he watches that one go off the plate. 6-1 lead, top of the fifth for Moneyline. You can see I'm just trying to get a strike now. After a one-pitch AB in your first at-bat, definitely want to see a couple. That's hit over to first base. That's through. Drehobel with a single. It's a tough play between first and second. That's the hardest hole in softball to hit. If you ask anybody out here, Jibs, and I told me that when I just started playing, and that's the hardest hole in softball to hit for a right-handed batter. In between first and second, it's tough for first base, and Welgos has to make a decision to go for that ball, and then CJ's got to get over and cover the bag, or you just have Manizzi try and cover some ground and make a play. That's off the hands of Brian Davis. And we've got to throw into third, and it's first and second with nobody out. So Drew Chavarria, this is the right guy you want to see in this situation. Drew Chavarria, 2 triples on the day so far, left center and dead center. And I think hold on a second. What do we got here? I think they're saying maybe walk Drew and go to Chris Stout, but Stout's got pop too. You can't walk Drew. I mean, if you walk Drew to get to Chris and he hits a gap, that's a. I mean, Stout's as good as hitter as I've seen. I mean, it's a difficult call, right? You're down a bunch of runs. You kind of want to change things up. Drew's got 2 really good swings this afternoon. Okay, I think you go right at him if you're signature. We don't want to put anybody else on and force something here, right? Okay, CJ's going to go right at him. I think Patty and CJ had a conversation there. We're going to go right at Drew. So CJ now will go right at Chaveria. First pitch swinging on the ground. It's the right thing to do. This might be a double play, and he'll get 1. Macias will cut it. CJ didn't know where to go with the ball. It's kind of a tough play. He jumped, and he tried to turn and throw to third, but Trejoba was already pretty close. So Chaveria will go to first, and Eric Mandarino will go back to the dugout, but CJ was kind of caught in no man's land between going to second, going to first. He kind of pump faked to first and threw back to second, which isn't a bad decision, right? If you can turn and throw to third and get the lead runner you want to, but maybe even spin it faster and go for a double play is ideal, right? You trade 2 outs there for a potential run. You're down 5. You want to just kind of get outs and get out of the inning. CJ way off the mound. Stout, that's high, and that's deep for the height. 1-1 count to Chris Stout. Bomb over on the other field. Ball coming into left center. Who was that? Is that little Dave Bradford? I think Dave Bradford just hit a bomb. Here we go. High pitch to Stout is just short of the plate. CJ with a fake now to the plate. Stout likes the inside pitch. That's hit to center. McCullough has it go off the hands, and it's over his head. And Chris Stout will go to third. They're going to send Chaveria play at the plate. High throw is up near the broadcast booth, and we've got a ball off the hands of McCullough. A tough break for Signature, chasing so many runs, and Stout with a line drive right at somebody that isn't caught. McCullough's going to be kicking himself. He's a good player. And now you've got Jason Ganick, who can hit the ball pretty hard as well. Let me update this score here.
Hey, ground ball gotta look. Ground ball gotta look. Let's go.
8-1 in the 5th. We'll get an update in the chat. Good ball from Ganick, and that's through the hole. Ganick rounds it hard. He's going to think about a double, and he's going. Macias, that goes by. Ganick with a double and out in the inning. Jason Ganick, the 3-hitter, run around those bags pretty well. High Y hitting down on the other field. We'll have a hopefully a score update in the chat for somebody over there if you're down on that other field. It is now 9-1. 9-1, top 5. And Brian, the catcher, will come up now. First pitch swing and flip to right field. That may be down. Oh, just foul on the right field line. Brian is a fantastic hitter. To bat 4 on this Moneyline team, a team that can't make outs. He is just flipping the ball to right field. He's got popped to left center. He asks for a sec after he gets back to home. Get a little breather. Is he going to try to hit that right field line again? It's your open count. You can try it again. Pickoff move to second, not in time, but a good one from CJ. Top 3, High Y 3, OBI 1. Nowakowski now to the plate. He goes in the right center gap. That's tailing, and that's down. And a good ball into left center. Brian will have extra bases. He's going to touch third on this stand-up triple for the catcher. Oh, that guy is a menace, man. He is such a good hitter for this Moneyline team. That ball cutting in the gap after he missed the right field line by about 5 feet. Kyle Engels will go pinch run at third. And this team is firing, man. This team is firing. It's 10-1. Let me update the score.
Betting number 13, Ryan Grable.
So Ryan Drehobel will now bat with an out in the inning. And Kyle on third. Kyle Engels now pinch ran for Brian. A little deep for a ball. CJ didn't like it. Here's the pitch. That's hit on the ground over to third. Brian will come home with it. We've got a pickle. We've got a pickle running at him. We'll run it back. Brian Davis. Whoa, hold on a sec. No tag, and he called him safe. And now we've got to play at second. Hold on a second. There's a whole lot going on. Kyle Engels will run home. We've got contact here behind the plate with an umpire. Brad is trying to defend himself. Well, here's the thing. I mean, Brian is trying to defend himself, but he did go back and try and tag him again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's the tough part. He did come out of the baseline, right? But for Brian,
You were still staring. So you want me to chase in the left field? Running down the left fucking field? No. You only went back because you didn't call out. No. You didn't call out. That's why he went back to tag. You didn't call safe. You stood there and watched. Ask for help because he had to have seen a tag. Everybody saw a tag except for you. Everybody.
all right, we've got to get back and play some ball here.
Very, very bad ball. Very bad. Hey! Doesn't matter. You were 10 feet on the baseline.
Okay. Brad might ask for a little bit of help there. They're going to have a meeting of the minds by second base. So the grounder goes over to third. Okay, and then Brian Davis did the right thing and threw it home. Matt Manizzi chased him back to the bag. It was a perfect rundown defense. And then we've got, I don't know if Brad saw that. Brian Davis had missed him at third. So he didn't call him out or safe. So Brian goes back to tag him at third base. Being that he didn't hear a call. Hold on a sec. We've got if this gets overturned, this is we're going to have a little bit of an uproar here. Yeah, things change. Oh, man. $10-1. 10-1 money line. Matty Martin with a ball in the gap. That's going to get through. So that run will score eventually. Trey Hobel will get over to third. Spencer will cut it and can't catch it. And Matty will go back to first. It's the top of the fifth. It's the top of the fifth. All right, so CJ will now be subbed out for Robbie Grisano. For signature, you've got to recollect the thoughts here. We've got to take a breath. Here. And Robbie Grisano will come and just try to slow things down. So right now, we take a breath, signature. You got to get through a good part of this money line team. The guys are just hitting the ball, man. They're just, it's tough to play these guys. They're hitting the ball everywhere. And if you're not making every play, this team is putting up a bunch of runs. So after what was a little bit of a debacle there down on the field, Matty Martin did the best thing possible and just went ahead and got a hit through the hole in the infield. And it doesn't matter when you're hitting the ball there. And, you know, we talked about Matty Martin a little bit on his last at-bat, swung at the first pitch and popped one up in the infield. And we said he'd come back with a little bit more flair. I'll tell you what, he did, and he drove one through that right side of the infield. Grisano on the bump, dreams do come true. So the real true 41 will step back and pitch now. 11-1 lead for Moneyline. We'll get that scoreboard updated in just a second. We've got Andrew Beam to start, and Robbie gets ahead with a strike. Persano with a big fake now towards the plate, way inside. Good eye from Beam to just kind of get out of the way of that. This Moneyline team is hitting the rock. Good fake, Persano. Nice flat pitch. Beamer towards the line. That's a fair ball. And that is chalk down the line. Beamer's going to maybe touch them all. Raines will get it in. The cut will come from Menizzi. They're going to hold him at third, and it's a one-out triple from Andrew Beamer, who has been on fire. That right field line is just painted perfect for Beamer to go and get that off the fence down there. Raines did a nice job of getting it in. Beamer runs well. There's nothing much you could do there. 13-1. Kevin Knorr. First pitch way inside to Knorr. One out in the inning still. And a guy on third. Sometimes these innings just seem like they never end. Knorr will just try to get the run in. Knorr hit it a long way. Beam will tag, and Ricky's going to throw it as hard as he can towards the plate. Good throw from Ricky Davis. It's not quite possible. So Jeremy Doherty now will stand in with 2 outs in the inning. Doherty hitless on the afternoon with a fly out to right. So Doherty will try to get his name in the stat book in the top half of the fifth. High-Y making a lot of noise down there on the opposite diamond. Sounds like things are going the High-Y way. Doherty looks at that one, and that's deep for a ball. Doherty trying to be a little patient, probably get a pitch he likes to hit. That's a little inside for a ball. Doherty now ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Doherty looks at that. That's a good pitch from Grisano to jump out to our left there and come across and get 2 parts of that play. Pitch is high to Doherty. That's deep for a ball, 31. Tough in these kind of games. Don't want to walk anybody and give anybody runs. Don't want to give anybody base runners. Doherty swinging, hits it foul down the left field line. Full count to Doherty. Robbie's going to lay one in there for him and just hope that JD gets himself out, because a lot of times at a full count, you just try not to walk somebody. Don't want to put anybody on, especially trailing in these kind of games. Got to thank everybody for watching our stream from Forest Park No Glove Nationals 55th annual. JD with a good swing and a single up the middle. JD swinging that bat, man. When he's swinging, and he's such a good player. When he's swinging that thing, he's a real good player. He's a good defensive asset for this Moneyline team at short. And it's a bonus when he gets some hits. Jackson Perry on the other diamond for High-Y touches second. Jackson Perry, a pickup this weekend for High-Y, as he was on the Whale team that lost in the play-in. There's the pitch to, this is Nick Trejo. 2 outs in the inning. 14-1 Moneyline. We'll get that scoreboard updated in just a second. That's on the ground over to second. Menizzi will scoop and fire over to first, and that's the end of the inning. Update the scoreboard. We'll be back in just a sec. I'd like to get a score update on that other diamond as well. If anybody's down there, could give me an update. All right, here we go. We're going to go into the bottom of the fifth. Let's get that ticker updated for you guys. 5-1 Highway on the other field. 14-1 here. I believe Signatures needs to score a couple runs, or this game could be over early. Good pitch from Mandarino. Good flat strike to Ricky Davis. See if Ricky tries that right field line right now. Nope, tried to pull down the left field line. High fly ball. And Matty Martin's camped underneath it. We'll have a cup of coffee and bring it on in. So I want to point out something really cool that just happened in between that inning. I know this Signature team is down a little bit, but they got to rely on their leaders. And Spencer Mahoney pulled this team together and said, let's do what we do best. Let's go get a couple of hits, and don't want to see anybody with their head down. Let's run everything out as well. Spencer does a really nice job of getting these guys together. That was pretty cool to see. And the Highway guys are hitting the ball down there, bat flipping on singles, and that's going to be a tough team to watch too. Let's see if they win. Who are they going to play? They're going to play the winner of this game at 6:30 on Diamond 2. Illegal. Matt Manizzi. And he walked him. Okay, we've got to walk, and Mandarino doesn't like it. I mean, especially when you're kind of trying to guard a lead. You don't want to give anybody free bases, and Mandarino thought he threw a perfect pitch and was called for a ball. Both these teams in the winner's bracket here. Long tournament for somebody that loses this game, but both these teams very capable of going and getting a couple wins. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a strike. Welgos will see one. So his Signature needs to score 2 runs. Welgos on the ground. That's 5. Just down the right field line. 12 after 5. So they'll need 3 runs to stay. Two runs to stay. Math has never been my strong suit, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really struggling over this math problem. It's 14-1. Welgos up the middle. Mandarino trips and fires over to second. He's safe. I think they owe. Hold on a second here. They owe him a call. They're kind of owed one. I think Signature is fortunate to have Manizzi safe there at second. Mandarino doesn't like it. Spun around and swore, but it's tough because Mandarino looking for somebody to blame almost for not making the play, and umpire is an easy target sometimes. Good pitch. That's flipped foul. No balls and 2 strikes to Marco Macias. So we're going to have Marco, then we're going to have the only true 41 up next. Macias, that's in the left center gap. That's going to be a run. It might be 2. They might just send Welgos. Nope, they're not going to. Marco Macias will go into second. We've got a double. A little bit of life for this Signature team. Did Spencer Mahoney rally the boys? And now Robbie Grisano will stand in. I thought it was, is it 12 after 5, Kathy, or is it 10 after 5, Jimmy? Do we trust Uncle Jimmy up here in the booth? Well, we'll just wait till the end of the inning and see if that's it or not. Mandarino steps back. First pitch to Grisano's cut towards left field, and he's missed it. So Matty Martin was playing a little bit shallow. Grisano has got some pop out to left field, left center. Well, you know, every field does a little different, okay? Every field does it a little bit differently, everybody. Give the kid a break. Chat's rough. Grisano hits it on the ground. He's going to get a run. Nor will throw it over to first, and Grisano just going for a hit. I mean, you want to give yourself up, right? You're chasing a ton of runs, and now it's 14-3. See? You guys are nuts. I trust Kathy Doss. She's been here forever. She knows Forest Park better than anybody. Mark Manizzi, first pitch swinging. Right at Chris Stout. Won't matter. Math is easy. That's ball game. 14-3 final. Put that up on the board there. 14-3, Moneyline swinging all afternoon long. Put up a ton of runs on these signature guys. And let's see, Moneyline after this game will go play at 6:30 against the winner of OBI and High Y on the opposite field. So a little bit of a break for these guys. We'll see what Signature's up to now. This is game 15. Loser of game 15. We'll post an updated bracket on Facebook for you guys. But stay tuned. We've got a bunch more streams coming for you guys this weekend. Thank you guys very much for joining us on the stream. It was a ton of fun to be with you guys for this game. And please join us for more softball. This weekend, it is No Glove Nationals. We've got plenty of softball, plenty of fun. We're doing the fields up. Again, thank you guys very much for watching. For Donnie Rollins, I'm out of here. See you guys very soon.